Hey, welcome back to ESGNet Radio, and today, well, we have a special guest here in the studio here. We got Coach Johnson of the Omaha Packers, and we're going to talk to Coach Johnson here in just a short bit. And as you all know, the high school playoffs are about to start here very soon, and of course, one of the high-profile games everybody's talking about is Coach Johnson's team, who are the Packers, and they will be playing against Bellevue this week for round one. And Coach, everybody wants to know, what is the game plan for you guys this weekend for Bellevue, and what do you hope to expect from your, especially your QB, that being Myles Marvel? What are you guys expecting, and what are you hoping to get out of Myles? Well, honestly, it should be a good game. Belleville we played them earlier this year. Got a nice victory out of that. But Myles, what I would like to see out of him, I really like to see the Myles that we've seen early this season, who was just going out there throwing the ball around and, just making being a playmaker, just showing what his strong arm is, and just showing what he can do for his ball club there, and of course making some plays off, just not but from his arm, but also from his legs there. So, he's been looking really good at practice, and for the most part here, he's looking like his old self. Okay, well, speaking of his old self, there's been a lot of rumors saying that there's been issues of the idea of the pressure and stuff that's going on with him, have to make a decision on where he wants to go at for next season, starting his collegiate career. Do you know anything more about that? Has he talked to you about any decisions he would like to make, or schools that any idea of ideal places he can that he would like to play at, or whatever? I've kind of sat down with him from time to time, but mostly he's been he's been kind of tight-lipped about it. I know he talks to his brother a lot, and his dad, and of course I know his dad really wants him to go to Nebraska, and he's been on this show here, he's been really adamant about not really wanting to go to Nebraska. He wants kind of, this young man, I see pretty much wherever he plays at, he's gonna make a huge impact. So I wish the best for him, and then all my seniors really, that they just continue doing being who they are, and just putting that hard work out there like they've been giving me. They got a chance to play anywhere. Not everybody can play at Division I school, but I think Myles, I really see him being a star at a Division I school. I think he'll make a huge impact, and just be able to, be a well-rounded football player. I really think he is, and I really want to see him do well wherever he goes, in whatever program he decides to go into. But no, on that question, no, he really hasn't said too much about where he wants to go. I know he has a couple of visits coming up here, so the sky's the limit really for him. And like I said, I wish him the best and everything. I know there's been some issues between him and I and whatnot. We've kind of ironed those out over the last couple of weeks and whatnot. And I will admit, I did. There was a time for a while there I was not thinking straight. I wasn't ideally, not putting the team in the best situation. No player should be throwing a football. No quarterback should be throwing a football more than 40 times a game. But the game plan that we have for that particular game there, I really felt like we could have done that. Not necessarily run the score, but just run the offense that we should have ran against that team. So, and I have since then publicly and behind closed doors talked to to Myles, and I apologize to him and also his family and whatnot. And again, I'm going to say it again. I am sorry that I pushing that far. But if anything, I was trying to, first and foremost, I coach my guys up, and I want them to, show the full potential of what they can do. And with Myles, he has, he has sky's the limit for his kid. He can just almost do almost everything on that field there. So, all right, cool. And I agree with you, Coach. His kid is amazing. My final question is, with the playoffs coming up here, you guys got a tough road here. If you guys get past Bellevue, there's a good chance that you guys have to face probably one of the toughest teams in the state, and that is Scott Bluff. What is your thoughts about that, and what type of game plan do you guys have for them? Well, honestly, I think we're just going to kind of just take it one game at a time. We're not going to get too far ahead of ourselves. I tell the guys that, we should have been in this position, last season and just 2 years ago. The last time we were in this position was probably right before Myles and them came up. They were 8th graders. So it's been a while. But I tell the guys, let's just focus on one game, and right now we're gonna focus on Bellevue. They got a really good defense, like I said. They got some big boys there on their defensive line that can really rip through there. Honestly, our offensive line is not the strongest. We don't have too many big beefy boys up there. So Myles knows the game plan he do some check downs real quick. If he has the opportunity and need be, he needs to take off and make some plays with his feet. But we're just gonna take one game at a time. As for Scotts Bluffs, if we haven't played them, we're ready for, and we'll take them on. And one game at a time, 1 week at a time, and we'll just see how things go coming up this weekend. So. Everybody in the Omaha South family, come out and support us. Should be a good game. We'll have a home game with Bellevue, and it should be a good one. So we really want the whole Packer community out there and support us and show some love. So because these boys really deserve it. They've been having a great year. We've had a roller coaster of a season, a lot of things going on. I really think this is the year. This is our year, and we just need that support from you all out there to cheer us on and whatnot. So, all right, thank you, Coach. That is it. We'll get to talk about more of the playoffs, football coming up, and of course, we'll talk some more about the bowl season coming up in college football. We'll talk about that all and more coming up. Right now, we're going to take a quick break, pay some bills, and we'll be right back. Hey, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode here today on ESGNet. We're back here for NCAA 14, and this is Road to Glory with Myles Marvel. As you've seen there in the start of this video, Myles' head coach there, Coach Johnson, was on the local radio talking about their upcoming game here, which we'll see here in just a bit. We'll take on Bellevue Gophers, which we played them already this past season, and of course got a win off of them. And of course, everyone, even the DJ, wants to know, where is Myles going? Has he made a decision on where he's going to go? And you see, currently right now in the ESPN U 150, he is currently at 82 ranked in the nation. So his stock is starting to go up in some good ways here. And of course, we have that little scuffle there between him and the head coach there at the start of the season, or midway through the season there, and that's kind of gone side. Now, so we're going to go into the first round of the playoffs. And like I said, we're playing Bellevue Gophers, and we're going to try to see if we can get a win here. Of course, we have to win another 3 more games before we can go to the state or win the state championship. So a long road to go here, and this road will continue as you take a look there at his current recruiting board, and there you see some of the schools that are looking at him that have offered him a scholarship, and there you see some of the play styles and of course the prestige from those. And of course he wants to go to a school that he knows he can go right off the bat there and be a first string type of guy. So we'll go ahead, get into action here as we'll take on Belleville. We'll get the ball first. Marvel's going to drive back here. He's going to throw that one to Allstrainer, and that'll be a 12-yard reception there for a first down. So nice job there on getting that reception there. As we move on now to a 1st and 10, new set of downs for the Packers. And of course, the Packers have not been to the state championship for quite a few years now. Oh, Marvel just gets hit there hard. That ball bounces around. It'll be considered as an incomplete pass, and it'll be a 2nd and 10. But these boys have not, or this team, their school has not seen a state championship ever since, really since the last time they seen or won one was when Matt Marvel, Myles' brother, who we've talked about a lot about here on the channel, won the state championship, and to move on and played, of course, in the NFL. But even before, a little time after that, it was the year that these boys were 8th graders. So just about 5 years ago, when the last time the state, these Omaha South Packers seen a championship, and of course went there. And as you see there, nice touchdown there, nice pass there from Marvel to Ning, as that is going to be the first points on the board here for the Packers as they take a 7-0 lead. But going on, what I was trying to say here is that they went to the state championship, but ended up coming up short there. And since then, they have not been there. They've been close several times ever since Myles Marvel took over as QB. They just come up short every single. Seems like this would be the year that they can win it all here. But of course, like I said, they have to beat. It's 4. You got to play 4 times and win every single game before you can be considered the state champions here in the state of Nebraska. As we'll see Marvel here trying to get away from that tackle there. He does get the first down as he gets a gain of 7 on that play, making a new set of downs for the Packers. So of course everyone wants to know, local media, and of course some of Myles' friends there want to know, where is he going to go off here? And he's got a big ESPN interview coming up, talking about his what schools he would like to go to. He's got a couple of schools that he's going to visit. I've even tried to talk to Myles about this, and he, like Coach says, he's been kind of tight-lipped on this. He doesn't really want to make an announcement to signing day, which is quite a bit off. That's I think in February, so we're roughly in mid-October. Of course, in early November will be the state championship for football. So, he has a ways to go, and we'll see how he will make that decision here. And of course, a lot of factors are going to be in that situation. See Alex there gets a nice 4-yard reception as he just comes up short there for the first down. So it'll be 3rd and inches now here for the Packers. And as for Marvel, he has plenty of time to make that decision. And I was even talking about, would you want to go somewhere close to home? I know, of course, at least his mom would. Mrs. Marvel, she's talked about that she would like to have her baby boy close to home, and so she can be able to make him a home cooked meal every once in a while, and just for him just to be able to come home and just relax and just kind of get away from wherever he decides to play at, because he knows that a lot of people are going to be watching him like a hawk as we see him run this one here and try to get to the end zone, and he'll get 12 yards on that carry but no touchdown there. So now 1st and goal for the Packers as the Pack trying to get this one in here. We'll see what Marvel's going to do. He's going to go to the air game here, and nope, that's going to be an incomplete pass intended for, looks like one of his other tight ends there. I believe it was for Bennett. But yeah, Marvel, he's he said that, talking. I asked him, I talked to his mom about it, it's like that, he kind of said, he does want to go somewhere close, but again, most importantly, he wants to go somewhere he can make a huge impact very quickly, and not be giving lip service of saying, there's coaches out there who give you some lip service saying, hey, you may have to sit out for a season, or you may get some playing time, depending on the score, stuff like that. But Myles, he's very honest. He wants to go out and play. He wants to show what he can do, and he doesn't want to be, sitting on the bench for too long. He wants a guy that he feels like he can make an impact here quickly for his ball club. He knows he's going to come in as a freshman. He's going to have to, take some, regardless of what school he goes to, he's going to have to take some time and learn the playbook, learn the timing of his receivers and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, he doesn't want to get jerked around and just be just used as a prop. Used as a especially with him being connected to a somewhat famous older brother who played in the NFL, was pretty somewhat successful in the NFL. Not to mention played in CFL there in Canada. He does not want to be used as a prop to try to get clicks, be clickbait, and also too not to be used for for their publications and all that kind of stuff. He's there strictly to, one, get an education, because he is a very smart young man. He's got a close to a 4.0 in school, all 4 years in high school. But also too, not to mention, a great athletic kid. His main love is football, but of course he's played a little bit of baseball, and also a little bit of soccer. So, pretty athletic kid here, smart kid. He knows what he's doing. He's trying to build a. He even said, he knows it's important to build a brand. As you see there, incomplete pass there to Ning, as he could not get in there. So we'll go to the second quarter now here, a 3rd and 10, and Marvel here under center, trying to get his ball club in here. But he understands. He talked to his brother about, his brother is trying to make a brand for himself there, and when he's playing for the Lions, which he originally played for the Bills, and then towards the end, the last team he was with the Houston Texans there. And so he knows, building a brand, building a name out there is very important. He has a lot of ideas for some future businesses and stuff like that. Football is just not the only thing he is going to, really focus in on. Going to school, besides going to school, football is something that is another thing for him, because like I said, he's a very, brilliant kid and smart kid, and he knows what he's doing, and he just wants to take his time at it. So we're all for it here. Of course, we're going to follow Myles as much as possible here in his career, as much as he wants us to. And we'll see it now. 1st and 10. We'll see Marvel drops back in the pocket here, throws this one here. So far in this game, he's been pretty good here. They did miss that field goal, so it's not a 14-point lead, but nonetheless, they still lead this one here, and he's been playing pretty well here. No interceptions here so far. He's been throwing the ball very well, and of course taking off on these little routes here when he needs to, and kind of find that open man. And of course, running on the ground here. He's been, he's not the most fast, quick guy there behind the line of scrimmage, but he knows when to go down the field here. If he can't find nobody through his arm there, he knows he can get down the field pretty decently with his legs. So we'll go to a 1st and 10 as we're now inside the 10 of the Gophers here. And Gophers are not really making too much of an impact here defensively. If I remember right, I think they were the same way in the last time we played them. As you see a touchdown there for Myles as he gets his 2nd touchdown of the day there. 16-24 with a little over 200 yards now passing here in this one, and they get their 2nd touchdown. Or I should say he gets his 2nd touchdown of the day. And he's going to make this a looks like they're going to go for 2 here in this situation. All right, no, excuse me. They're going to go. They get the ball back here quickly. So 20 to 0 as they go for another chance here now to get a touchdown, and that one is going to be batted away. No such luck there on that play as we go down to a 2nd and goal. So the defense did a great job there for Marvel, and the offense put them in some really good field position here. And we've noticed that here quite often here this season, especially really early in the season. They just did a great job of getting the ball and making sure this Packers offense does some work here. As you see, Marvel here throws this one there to Allstrainer, and Allstrainer gets that one there. That is going to be a touchdown. Makes it now 27-0. So Bellevue looking like a team that can. Looks like they pretty much won't be able to get back in this one as the Packers now have the ball. 1st and 10. Marvel's going to scramble here. He's going to call his own number. He's going to have to get down there, but he is going to get 3 on the play. And luckily enough, he's able to hold on to the football. I know talking like after this game, we were talking to Mom and Dad somewhat. You know, Mom says she gets very nervous, you know, just like most moms do, that have to watch their sons play, and they worry about the head injuries, and don't want to see them get hurt or anything. But no, at the same time, that they go to take care of them. They know how to take care of themselves, and coaching staff for the most part here does a really good job here making sure these boys are stay healthy and they're not getting into too much trouble here. Myles has not had too many serious injuries, as you'll see. Oh, gets hit hard there. And that is going to be a loss of 8 there from Tyrone Stevens, who has 4 tackles, a tackle for loss, and a sack already in this game. So Stevens really making his name known to Marvel. Let's go now to the 2nd 18. Marvel dropping back here, throws this one there. Allstrainer gets this one, breaks a couple tackles, and there you see he's just 2 yards there shy of the 1st down marker. So they're trying to get to the sticks now here. It's 3rd and 2. Try to see if they can get this 1st down. And, of course, keep this drive moving. And, of course, keep the clock moving here as we're just about near a minute and a half here in the 2nd quarter. Let's see Howell runs this one there. Howell gets the 1st down, and he'll be marked there at the 33-yard line for the 1st. So now Marvel trying to see what he can do here. Just a minute 20 left. Looks like he has 2 in the back with him. And Marvel, like I said, he's just really trying to take his time here, trying to utilize his clock as much as possible. Nice throw to Ning, and Ning gets in there. That is a touchdown, 32-yard reception, and that's going to put this one and really put another nail in their coffin there, as it's going to be 34 nothing here with the extra point pending still. And they're going to get a nice 34-point lead. So 24 seconds left here. Don't really have to do too much here, but I'm sure Marvel is just going to follow, what the game plan is here as he throws this one here deep. That one goes up there. That one is dangerously thrown there. Steven Johnson breaks that one up for a deflection. So ball now still on the Packers side. I believe it's on their 40. And we'll see a 2nd and 10 from Marvel. Marvel looking down the field here. He's trying to throw one up there. That is going to be picked off by Winston. And Winston's going to try to run this one back here. That is a turnover. I don't know what Marvel was thinking there. Winston was pretty much covered all over Allstriker on that one. Allstrainer, I should say. So now 1st and 10 here as we start the 3rd quarter. Still 34-0. And there you see Marvel's going to have to get rid of that one. It's Theo Davis right on the attack, as that one has to be easily thrown away. So can't convert that pass there. We'll go now to their 3rd and 10 here. We'll try to see if they convert for the first down here. And we'll see Marvel here runs this one here instead. Here he's going to get down to the first down marker. He gets there, and he is taken down for a gain of 12 on the run. So he is doing a great job here today. He is looking very solid like he was earlier this season. Of course, we do have that one interception here today. But we'll see a throw there, and that is going to be Gio there, who gets a nice catch, who's been doing a great job there this season, helping him out. And that's going to be another first down for Gio, 24 on that one. 6:37 left here in the 3rd quarter. But going back to what I was talking about, mom and dad are, have really said that it's, especially dad, if you've been following the series here, dad's been really trying to kind of push Marvel to going to Nebraska. Nebraska is, of course, the legacy school for pretty much for the family. Dad's been there. Dad went to a JUCO school and then went to Nebraska. It wasn't really a household name on the Nebraska football team, not like Matt has. Of course, Matt was coached by Coach Teddy Bonds just several years ago. But Myles, on the other hand, he wants to go somewhere else. He wants to make his own path. He wants to be a trailblazer for a different reason. As you see, Rivero gets a nice catch up the middle there from Marvel, and that's a 24-yard reception. Huge first down for the Packers. 5:20 left here in the 3rd quarter, and Marvel, like I was saying, wants to go to a school that he can make an impact with, and he has several schools. He's been visiting Kansas and, of course, Nebraska and West Virginia just a couple days ago, matter of fact. And talking to him about that, he said he enjoys the schools there. They were nice. He likes the atmosphere on campus, but really hasn't really made a decision yet. He says at times he's a little annoyed by people always asking him those kind of questions and not really asking how he is doing, which is completely understandable for that young man, because he is more than just a football player. He is opportunity to try to broaden his horizons as a student athlete, and chance to get it. Most importantly, the most important thing really of everything is getting an education. You see, they're throwing that one across his body there. That was a little dangerous, but he does get the catch, and that's going to put them now at 3rd and 4. So huge 3rd and 4 here. So we have a 41-0 lead over Belleville, and the Gophers here are really just struggling here defensively. They just cannot keep this offense off the field. And of course, Marvel really doing a great job here, taking advantage of this really just sluggish offense or defensive team. And you see Thin there, Ning there, gets that one there, and that is going to be a 21-yard reception. He has over 120 yards now in this game, and near 10 catches here, as he's been catching two touchdown passes here today so far. Let's see Marvel here now runs here on this one. He's going to go down the field, get down to the 30 inside the Gophers territory for the huge first down. But as for Marvel, like I said, talking to him, he is, like I said, a very bright kid and knows what he wants. And he just says, he hasn't seen it yet. He hasn't seen what school he wants to go to yet. And if that school is, he's looking for there's different factors for him going to a school that he really wants to go to. And I told him, I said, well, is there a school that he would like to go to that could he, is there any kind of can you give us any ideas of schools that he would the type of school he would like to go to? And he said he definitely would. If it was a decent power conference, that school that he really thought that he could see himself in, he would like to do that. But he kind of want to stay away from that. He wants to go. Not that. He does not want that to happen. As Johnson gets an interception, and that is, I believe, Marvel's now second or third interception in this game. So we'll go on now here. We'll see Marvel here, 1st and 10. Minute 22 left here in the third. We'll see a quick pass there to Ning as he gets that one for 18 yards and the 1st down. But yeah, went on, discussing more about his opportunity to play in the college rankings there. He said that in really any type of school, he would be looking forward to, as long as it has some criteria. Academics was important to him because he has some plans in it for his, just not just for football, but also for his life. And also too, he wanted to go somewhere with a small campus. He's used to small schools. So I asked him, about whether be any chance of him playing in the MAC conference. There's a lot of good schools there. There's a lot of good players from the past have come from those type of schools. And he was very, that was something that really perked him up. He said that was something he was looking into. He was actually looking into maybe talking to a couple schools here. As you see, he gets sacked there on that one. Lost a 3 there from Ronnie Long. Second sack now for Long. But yeah, Marvel, he said that that was something he was looking into as a possibility. He was talking to a couple of MAC schools there. You see, he throws that one over the hash marks there, and that one is going to be in the end zone there. Nice play there. That's his 6th touchdown of the day. So 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions here for Myles Marvel, as him and the team here now lead this one here in a commanding one. And now they're going to bring in the second string guys here, try to see if they can finish this one off. They lead this one 48-0. Can they win this one? Yes, they do. Do give up a touchdown there. And the final score, 48-7 is your final, as Myles Marvel and the Packers of Omaha South are going to move on to the second round of the Nebraska State football championship. So they're going to go to the second round here. We'll see who they'll play. A lot of people saying it's going to be Scott's Bluff there, I should say, coming up next week. And we'll see if that will be the case. Scott's Bluff have been a team that's been very dominant, just like Omaha South. And we'll see if we can try to. It's going to be a tough game, regardless, nonetheless. There, and there's a lot of talk about it, and we'll talk more about that next week. But going on to what Myles was talking about, the schools there, he said, for the most part, he was, really looking at those schools that he could look at. And of course, Wyoming, they've been kind of really going at it when it comes to trying to recruit him. He's already took visits there already. And he's been talking to Coach there for a couple times there. He's talked to him several times about different things, but schemes and stuff like that they want. And of course, they already told him that if he shows the campus there, he would be the guy. He would be the big man on campus and start off as the starter there. So there you see the numbers there from Myles. A 5-star game there for him. You see 3 interceptions in the game. He had 4 turnovers. One of those was besides the 3 interceptions, there was a fumble there. And Myles and the Packers now will move on to the next round here. 8 of 14, I should say, there in the third down conversions. And there you see, he gets another scholarship opportunity now here for another Pac-12 school, and that is a 4-star Utah Utes there. So pretty decent school there for him. And of course, he has an interest. Now there's 3 other schools he's interested in talking to, and looks like he is going to be talking to who? Who's he going to be talking to? And we'll see which one it's going to be. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's Washington State that he ends up talking to. And we'll show you guys those coming up in the next episode, who he's been talking to. So there you see, currently right now ranked 44th in the ESPNU. And looks like, yeah, we're going to be playing Scott's Bluff. Excuse me, 8-1. And they'll be in the second round. That'll be a road game there for us, as Scott's Bluff has been doing some really good damage there against other teams here this season. So we'll have to go on the road in the second round playoff game. And like I said, it's going to be a tough one. But nonetheless here, it should be a good one. So 48-7 is your final score here against Bellevue Gophers. Marvel, 32 of 48, 457, 6 touchdowns. Of course, one of them being a rushing touchdown, 14 carries for 50 yards. Great victory there for them, and we'll see how things move on in the next episode. So stay tuned for more of Road to Glory with Myles Marvel as we're continuing his road here, as he's on his way of trying to win a state championship here for his ball club. And of course, we'll see where he'll go next in his collegiate career coming up here in this series. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for more here on ESGNet. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Discord. Check us out on Patreon, as we do have a Patreon page, and follow us here on the channel by hitting the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you guys can be notified of this series or any other series on the channel. As always, guys, see you guys next time.